exercise is not about technical harp exercises, but I would like to talk about the exercises we can do without the instrument or outside of your music room in your daily activities. And the maintenance part is about how to take care of yourself, of your body. And I think those two things are very, very important, because we musicians tend to do everything with the instrument. And then I think we tend to separate our music life to our daily life. And then actually that leads us to spend so much time with the instrument, and that's not really healthy, because I injured my wrist and my elbow, my shoulder so bad, and I was almost giving up playing because it was so uncomfortable and unpleasant to play harp at a certain point. And I had to research how I can overcome all this problem, and what type of lifestyle I have to live, or what type of exercise I have to do. So as a result, actually, I overcome most of the problem I had, and also I improved my physical ability. So I just wanted to share my ideas with you. Any exercise like yoga or the Tai Chi will require to develop the attention to our own body and our own mind, and also strengthen the connection between body and mind. And these elements are very, very important for learning harp technique, as we went through today. So I highly recommend you to try one of that type of physical exercises. And another kind of exercises I recommend is something we can do in our daily activities, like brushing teeth or washing dishes and stuff. So my way to do it is using non-dominant hand for doing something. So in my case, my right hand is dominant hand and my left hand isn't. So I tend to do most of the things with my right hand, like brushing teeth, washing dishes. I hold a sponge with my right hand. So sometimes I intentionally use my left hand to brush teeth, for example. And this is kind of hard. Probably you have ever tried, but kind of you feel like you became like 5 years old again. Like it's so hard to do it, because the connection between mind and body, left side of my body, is much weaker than the other side. So by doing this, and it is a simple thing like brushing teeth, it's kind of hard. So I switch my hand, and then I let my right side demonstrate the good brushing, and then let left side do it, and then cannot do it on the okay. So I analyze, and then okay, so maybe shoulder position is not good. Oh, I have tense here, I'm not using. So in a way that all this process, body and mind interaction is exactly same to the one I'm experiencing when I'm practicing the some harp technique. So in a way, I'm exercising my mind and body and that connection without the instrument while I'm doing brushing teeth or washing dishes. And it's kind of hard to do get a sponge and then kind of try to do it. And I broke quite a few dishes while practicing this. But anyway, it's worthy. And do any tasks in a daily life with the amount of intention you're using for playing the harp. And then that will exercise our mind and body and mind and body connections. So it will improve our harp technique eventually. That really save your time in a way, because if you apply this idea to different activities like shoveling the gravel or digging the hole. I mean, I do a lot of these things while I'm living in a farm. So anything. So instead of spending like 6 hours in the practice room, maybe you just need to practice 3 hours. And then the other 3 hours you can experience something different outside of your practice room, which will enrich our life. And then that reflects to our expression, our artistic activities as well. So I highly recommend you to see daily life activity as the exercise opportunities. When we playing harp, and also in most of the daily life we grab things like this. So closing, we use this side muscle much more. And also when we're playing harp, we tend to bend our elbow. We really stretch out the elbow like this. So kind of we tend to overuse this side, kind of bend, and then overstretch the other side. So stretching out arm is very good because we always using, in a way, tight closing position. But if you do it a little more intentionally, it'll be more effective. So what I do is usually I try to pay attention to all these joints we kind of learned today, and then imagine that these joints are kind of crushed into each other because we are kind of trying to contract them while we're playing. So imagine like stretching out, and we give the space between the joints and stretch out the muscle, okay? But when you're stretching out, actually, intentionally, you feel the collarbone, okay, collarbone stretch out, and then from the upper arm, and now, if you stretch out the collarbone, like a shoulder blade actually going outward a little bit. From there, upper arm bone, you imagine like opening up this joint, giving a space, and then stretch out, and then now elbow, and then wrist, give us a space on the wrist, and then eventually, okay, we're reaching the finger, and then finger, actually we tend to close like this when we're playing harp. So like a stretch out, stretch out, and then kind of lift the finger like this, not just up, but it's more like going up and going out. And then imagine like your chi, energy is flowing here and then kind of spreading out. And then do this with your deep breath, like breathing when you're breathing out. And while you're doing this, try to feel the sensation on the entire upper arm structures. And do the same thing on the left hand. And also shoulder tends to get really stiff for the harp playing. So sometimes to relax the shoulder, it's helpful to tense up first and then relax. So to tense up, actually, you can lift your shoulder going up like this, lift the shoulder up, and then all of a sudden you ease the tension and then drop your shoulder with the gravity. And then feel the sensation a little while. Kind of you can shake a little bit. Oh, just popping. So one more time. Lift up. And you feel like a shoulder blade is stretching out a little bit. And then drop it. And then move your shoulder a little bit. You put your fingers together like this and then kind of circulate. Do the circular motion like this. right? And then, if you can, this is really good. Also, you just show the palm and then do this. If that is hard, actually, the other way to stretch the similar muscle is holding your finger, and I often put my thumb in the back because it's and then stretch. And the same thing, feel the joint, and a different joint related to your arm, kind of, and then give the space to all the joints. And then always do with a deep breath on the both sides. I guess most of us feel a little tension here. If you massage this part, I feel good, right? Simply because all the muscle that are related to the finger actually ending up around here. So after moving your hand intensively, of course, what you feel, where you feel being tired is around the elbow. So, and this is kind of very common. Like you have a tense elbow, like upside of around here. So to stretch here, put your hand under your like the base of your thigh around here. So and then oh, this is hard. So let me take all my shirts. Okay. So put like this, and then you turn your elbow this way, like you turn your arm like this way, and then kind of sit straight, and then that will stretch your arm around here, and then you change this way, and then also the stretch. This time you feel the stretch around here, and if you lift your sternum up, stretch. It's getting, in a way, if you sit more like your lower back bend like this, its tension is much less. And if you lift your upper body more, and then you change, and then you feel a different stretch, right? And then the other side is the same thing. So I guess you feel a nice stretch on here.